What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the latest full self-driving beta update 11.3.2. You'll notice right in the beginning of the video here, we have the newest feature that NHTSA mandated Tesla add, which the car will slow down when you're passing a lower speed limit sign. It makes perfect sense. I'm glad it's implemented. It seems to be working incredibly well. Technically, you're supposed to be going that speed when you pass the sign, but it's very close, and I think everyone should be happy with the way this was implemented. It's working very well. Another unmentioned update is this version seems to come with the replacement for cars that don't have ultrasonic sensors. You now have your park assist back using only the cameras. Pretty interesting. It's on a beta build, but I guess Tesla wants to roll out this new feature to a group of people that have basically opted in to get the latest and greatest and try this stuff out before they roll it out to the larger fleet. My car has ultrasonic sensors, so I can't test this, but if you get the chance, if your car does not have ultrasonic sensors and you get to try this new ability, please let me know down in the comments how it works. So a huge thank you to the Autopilot team. You guys are killing it with these updates. Release notes are the same as the last version 11 update, except now you can customize where your blind spot camera will show up while you're using beta, so that's something you can do if you like. The drive you're about to watch is almost 20 miles, and it is very impressive. The car does a great job. There is one pretty critical disengagement near the middle of the video, but other than that, I am very happy with the performance we're seeing from beta lately. If you watch till the end, you'll see the stats of this drive, and I think you'll be pretty surprised at how much better version 11 is so far than the previous versions when it comes to interventions and disengagements per mile. I'm going to be taking the car through more challenging environments coming up soon, so make sure you hit like and get subscribed so you don't miss those videos. Over 60% of people watching are not subscribed, but other than that, let's move into downtown. We're going to do roundabouts, we're going to have highway driving, we're going to have pedestrian interactions, parking lots, really difficult left turns, and a lot coming up. Hope you enjoy this one. So going to the stop sign, bit of a hard stop. We get the little bit of rollback, creeping forward for visibility. There's nobody anywhere. That's a lot of creeping. You're already in the intersection. And okay, it took off at the creep limit, but the creep limit was like in the intersection. So kind of weird, whatever, not dangerous, not a big deal. One more thing I'll mention. I'm trying to remember everything. I've been talking to you guys a lot over the week, and I think I'm going to try a little less steering wheel holding. Now I'll be very close. I'm ready to take over. I don't think this is dangerous at all, or else I wouldn't do it. But I've had some people, you know, kind of asking about that. Nice reaction to that car. Usually when cars are coming that fast at us, beta will break, but it didn't. A lot of people have been asking, like, can you maybe touch the steering wheel less? Now, the reason I hold on to it, it's honestly just the most comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable for me instead of every time it asks, then doing this, then doing this. It's kind of annoying. I'd rather just leave my hand here. Now, Elon Musk did say we're going to get rid of the nag soon, but he said that was going to happen in January, and now it's almost April, so we'll see. Very nice left turn there. If you've been watching a while, you know that left turn used to be atrocious, and now it's handled very nicely. So we'll have a couple stop signs. We'll have to turn right with no traffic, and then we'll turn right again with some cars coming at us. So let's see, we'll have another kind of weird turning of the steering wheel, another zero. Now, in especially more rural areas like this, I mean, we're in a downtown, but nobody even comes close to a full stop at the stop sign. People will go through stops at 10 miles an hour. They basically treat them like yield signs. I'm not saying that's legal or correct. Really nice job moving out here, taking a peek. And, oh, we disengaged. That was strange. I'm definitely not going to count that because obviously I wasn't even touching the wheel. I've had some people speculate it's because of the weight of the yoke. I've had that happen before. So maybe the yoke caused that disengagement, but very strange. I've had that happen a few times, but I'm not sure why. So it did the right thing there until the disengagement happened. So I'm going to edit this trip after we get through the intersection. I'm going to get rid of number 2 here and click done. There we go. And it's going to stop here because this was our destination. I'm just going to push it through as it's recalculating. That is not the car's fault for stopping. That is where it was supposed to stop. And we can't really go anywhere because we're waiting for the stop sign. And we have our left turn there. So now it knows, boom, it's got the new route in. I have stopped interacting with the car. Let's see how it handles, excuse me, this triple stop sign. So coming up, a little jerky right now. And that tentacle is looking a little weird. So you can see there, definitely not a full stop by them. We got our zero and a nice acceleration through. We didn't wait too long for that person to the right, and the person to the right also did not make a complete stop. So very nicely handled that, interacting with the other cars. We still got our complete stop in there, but to me, it felt really good. It didn't feel awkward, didn't feel like we were sitting there too long. So we'll continue moving into downtown here and see how the car performs. Okay, nice job. Some braking there. That definitely kind of cut us off. If I was them, I would have waited, and the braking was necessary. All right, so we got a blinking yellow. We can proceed through here, and the car does do it. Tiny bit of hesitancy, but really no big deal. Pretty much like a human level of hesitancy, I would say. All right, so we edit this, and this is where a little controversial part for everybody. The car usually messes up the nav at this point and has to reroute a few times to get the turn correct. So let's see what it does here. So it's not stopping. That's very good. And in the past, this used to really throw the car off. A year and a half ago or so, the car would like swerve off the road, basically. But lately, it would just kind of miss the turn and keep rerouting. So let's see. It got it quickly this time and was able to position nicely. And you got to finish the turn. Nope, you're going to wait for this person. You're a little bit in their way. They have room to move over. They did not even look at me, so they don't think I'm in their way. And boom. So, okay, that was handled perfectly that time. Again, I would say we were a little too far to the left, but there was plenty of room for the person to drive by, as you saw, because they did drive by without a problem. And we can continue on our route here. So very nicely handled. I would say that's one of the best reroutes the car has done with that. And like I said, I intentionally make it happen a little late, so the car has missed that in the past and had to correct for it, and very nicely done. So we'll turn right at this stop sign. It's wide open here, but it's kind of a weird angle a bit on the street, the way the car positions itself. And then we'll have a left turn right after that. So we stop at the stop sign, we got our 0, okay. I'm looking to the left, it's clear, and now you can fly through because you did your 0 already. Sweet, okay, I'm loving it. So far, we're looking really good. All right, so we got a blinking yellow. We can move through, but the car is not. It's concerned, stopping for traffic light, which is not correct. I'll click the report button there, but then the car moves through. So a little bit of hesitancy. Nobody was behind us, and not dangerous. That's usually what I'm looking for, is making sure it's not dangerous, so I won't complain too much. All right, so we're going up to 30, and let's see, when this speed limit increases to 35, the car will, yeah, pretty much immediately, it preemptively changed it and then nicely accelerated up to the new speed. That was never a problem before. It was always the slowing down, but nice to see that's still not affected. So far, I don't know, the car's handling very nicely. Tiny bit jerky at some of the stops. Let's see how this stop feels. So stopping, that stop felt perfect. Nothing wrong with that. A nice, perfect turn. And then we're going to edit our trip one more time and move on to, next is the roundabout. So this is kind of residential, driving by some houses. We have speed limit 25. The car's already doing that. It actually used to wrongly have 35 until that speed limit sign, so I think that's some type of map improvement. Let's see. So you missed your turn. Okay, not the best. We'll report it. But you did correct. I've had it do much, much worse than that. So we have some barrels and things here. Is this road closed, or are you gonna miss this one too? No. So see how it did that like hard turn to the left? There's nobody around. It wasn't dangerous. It was just kind of abrupt. So a little strange. Again, when you reroute at the last second, sometimes the car can have those little problems. To me, it's not that big of a deal because honestly, in normal use, I don't think that that's something people will be doing very often, so handling these roads well. But it is something that can happen, right? Someone can be in a robo-taxi or whatever and be like, oh wait, change the destination, and then you have a turn that you missed. So I don't know how they add like the buffer about thinking about rerouting and things, but it seems better than it used to be. So, wow, this neighborhood is tore up. I don't know what's going on here. I haven't been here in a while. A little close to the edge there. But I guess you don't want to drive in the middle either. Everybody complains about everything. All right, there we go. That feels a lot better. Turn signal's coming on at a nice time. I'm liking the timing of the turn signals. We'll stop at this stop sign. And then you got the dog displayed on there. Just the human for now. That's sad. No pup. And we have 2 cars to wait for here. We technically could have cut off this pickup truck because he was going really slow, but I'm glad we didn't do that. And now you can move through. I don't know. This all feels so good. I just always think back to like the early days of all this and how things were so sketch all the time. And I was constantly intervening and hitting the brake or adjusting or whatever. And now like, I don't think I've done anything yet. It's just like, oh my gosh, the improvements are so cool. They're so fun. And I'm glad that it's going wider. So this version, I don't know if it's to everyone now, but it has been staggering out to more and more people. Now this is wrong. You should not be getting into this left turn lane this early. So you move back to kind of fix yourself. I'll allow it. I could see a human making that mistake. It's kind of like, oops, we're there a little too early. Now you can move over in that left turn lane. Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet. Don't go right. And stopping. Very nice. Good job. And you're going to go through the red. No, you're not. Okay. What the heck? That was weird. It's like, so all of these are blue. And now we have the blue traffic lights, which that's what the car is listening to. It's what it's looking at. All three of these are blue, but obviously we should only be looking at the middle one. So I'm going to hit the report button just in case. I don't know why that would be messed up, but it seemed like the car was going to move through. And then just basically the other reds stopped it. I don't know for sure, but that's what it seemed like. I got the green and pretty much immediately moved forward. That person should wait for us, but the car is scared of them. And hey, you know what? I'll take a cautionary braking when someone's accelerating towards where we're going and then kind of reevaluating and saying, okay, they're not going to crash into us, then I'll take it. So that was pretty nice. So preemptively moving the speed up, I like that. That's good. It really should change the speed slightly before you get to the sign so that you're kind of doing the right thing, and that's handled well. So we have a stoplight coming up here, which is kind of hard to see. We're going around the bend, and the car sees it in time and slows down. So very nice. Are you slowing down? All right, I'm going to hit the brake there. So pretty big disengagement. What happened? It seemed like the car was going to run a red light. There you go, sent. So I'll turn that back on, and it does stop for the red light. So I don't know. This intersection's always been interesting because it sees it late, but I've always had it brake for it. Why I needed to brake that time, I don't know. Again, maybe it would have slammed on the brakes at the last second, but I'm not going to wait for that. We're already past the stop line at this point, so I think my intervention was pretty appropriate there. And then you move through on the green, so not very good there. All right, coming up to our roundabout. In version 11 so far, roundabouts for me have been like literally 50-50. So half of them were perfectly executed, half of them were absolutely terrible. So we don't have any traffic to contend with, which should help, and little slow, but fine. Yeah, that was handled fine. So I'm not going to say roundabouts are not fixed when in 11.3.1 or whatever they weren't, but there you go. That one was handled well. So we're going to edit this, delete, and then that means we're going to get on the highway and we'll experience some highway beta. This is kind of the new part. So we're going to turn right and we're going to get on the highway. Now the big problem I noticed in my last video is it did not increase the speed until it was a little too late. And if you watch the video, my car actually increases the speed right about the same time I kind of gave up and was like, all right, I'm not waiting anymore for you to increase the speed. So let's see if we can handle it this time without me having to intervene. But it's okay, so it's already saying 70. So that's awesome. That's what we need. And you need to get up there, obviously, before we're merging onto the highway. So going around this bend nicely. Don't slow. And take off. Let's see how much you can take off. So changing lanes. See, it's too slow. We should be going faster than 56 when we're on the highway. Personal opinion. Now that one was a little tight, I'll be honest, but I still think, I mean, the car obviously has the power, so it should have done it. Now I'm going to bump it up to 75. I'm not going to count that as an intervention. That's just personal preference. All right, so traffic in front of us is slowing. We should change lanes here. We have room to do it. I wish you would do it now. I don't know what the car is waiting for. I don't have any of that like limiting stuff enabled. I'm paying, okay, well, I'm looking at your settings because you're not changing lanes. Okay, paying attention. I have been paying attention. Oh, we're in chill. What the heck? They changed that on me. Well, that's lame. I always keep it in average. I definitely did not put it in chill. So we're gonna change it to average in the middle here. No lane change notifications, don't have minimal lane change selected, so there we go. Now you're changing lanes, but there's people coming up. Ooh, so it turned off the turn signal. I like that. These people were coming up a little too fast for us, and now after this pickup, you can do it. Yep, it's planning on it, changing lanes into faster lane. Nice, very smooth, didn't wait too long. I love that it canceled the turn signal for the guy that was coming up too fast, though. That's very good. And now we're passing, and then hopefully it will quickly get out of the passing lane. I noticed in my first version 11 drives on the highway, sorry it's a little loud, that it was not exiting the passing lane, at least like consistently and reliably. So now would be a good time to do it. We're not holding anybody up, but at the same time, this is clear. I don't know. Now these cars are going to come into play. If they're going slow, the Tesla's going to take that into account. It's not going to change back if it knows it needs to pass them. So kind of hard to tell at this point. I think we should have moved over, but not a big deal. We're not blocking traffic or anything. So you can see here, we're moving over a little bit to the left to make room for this semi. Love that feature. It's been around a long time. It does feel a little more prominent here in version 11. It feels like we move over a little bit more than we did before. And I love to see it. I mean, we were hugged right up against that yellow line, which is good. It's very comfortable, and I think it's the right thing to do. And then we moved back to the center pretty much immediately after that. Now, we are holding up traffic at this point. I personally would move over to let the people pass me and then move back over. It's hard because we're still passing, so I don't really blame the car for staying here. Now, here is what I believe the Autopilot team really needs to add to round out this feature set of highway beta. If I'm passing these trucks, I like going 75. That's what I like to do. I'm not going to pass them at 75 and just kind of slowly move past them. I'm going to hit my accelerator, move past them, and then move back over and get back to the speed I like. So, okay, there we go. Changing out a passing lane. I bet it knows that the person's behind us. Yep, it is displaying that person behind me. And it moves out of their way. So very nice, and they are now behind me too, so I guess they didn't want to go any faster. But there's somebody passing us. I need to be able to say, all right, on the highway, beta, I would like to go 75. But you know what? If you need to pass somebody, feel free to bump it up to 80. I'm fine with that. I see those lights, but they're on that road over there. I'm fine with you bumping it up to 80 temporarily to get around some slow traffic, but then bring it back down to 75. Nobody's gonna go on the highway and statically sit at 75. Someone's going 74, they're gonna pass them at 75. It's just not the way they're gonna do it. So we need that little bit of adjustment there. That would be, I think that would make this next to perfect. That's how I feel. A very nice lane change to pass this guy as well. Timed really well. We're not blocking anybody. I can put this up maybe. I don't know if you would like that or not, but I'll put that up for the rest of the highway. But pretty nice so far, pretty nice. Man, look at this camera in the bottom left. Look how close we are to that yellow line. This car is accurate. And then boom, once we pass that guy, we move back to the center. This car, even with just these cameras, is so accurate in its lane and lane placement and everything. It's very impressive. All right, here we go. We're about to exit the highway. This is our exit here. Let's see, I would say, let's get this exit in before I say anything. There you go. I would say that was pretty much next to perfect. Other than hanging out in the left lane too long, that's really good. And my suggestion, maybe I want to travel on the highway at, plus 5%, but if you need to bump it another 5% to pass somebody, go for it. I think that would really round out the highway package. Now, this is a left turn the car simply didn't used to be able to do. And it kind of got there. Are you going to stop? Okay, you're stopping. Little hard stop. It's fine. It simply didn't used to be able to do this left turn. And then it got okay at it. But the first time, it wouldn't stop here. It just simply ignored those traffic lights and would try to go through. So I'm glad to see it stopped. And then let's see if we can actually complete this left turn. Like, look at that tentacle. It is uncertain, to say the least. All right, we got the green, and we're not moving. So I'm going to press the accelerator because there's somebody behind me. And then it detected the green after I gave an accelerator tap. So I will also report that. Pretty interesting. But nope, it's screwing up. Okay, that was terrible. Another report for you. And you got to turn right over here. I don't remember exactly where. I think we were supposed to turn right there, actually. Oh, no. Okay, so it rerouted. It used to turn right there, but now it decided it wants to turn right here. So all over the place. You can see that intersection is still not good for it. Now, technically, it did it itself. I didn't intervene, but it was wrong. It did a bad job. So there's a spot we need a little bit of improvement. Now, this parking lot, if you haven't watched in a while, is very interesting. It used to say 45 miles per hour in this parking lot. And then one of my viewers, I hope you're still watching, hello if you are, went on to OpenStreetMaps or I don't know, one of those mapping services and changed the parking lot to 25. And the next time I came here, it was fixed. It was very cool. I've never seen anything like it before or since. But there you go. So we're at this one. Now, we're going to edit this and get rid of this one. Now, this next one, I don't know if we can get out of the parking lot, but we'll let it try. Loving this so far. Hey, it's handling this parking lot beautifully. 15 miles per hour, that's a great speed for a parking lot. Even 10. You know what? Even 10 I would be happy with. I don't think the humans would be, but for a robot car, that would be great. Okay, beautiful parking lot handling. Still not mentioned in the release notes, but we've seen over the past 6+ months that parking lots have gotten way, way better. It can handle them sometimes, but not always. Okay, it disengaged again. That's really weird. I've definitely not had it happen that often. I really hope it's not the yoke. I would honestly switch back to the wheel just for that. Now, it's creeping a lot here. There is one more truck that we need to wait for, and then it can go. Go. Give it some power, though. This is a fast road. People are driving really fast. And as a human, I would just go all the way across. Now, legally, I know that's not the way to do it, but that's what I would do. And you're supposed to turn left there. You're probably going to miss it. Let's see. Hey, look at that. Now, this was mentioned. Oh, my goodness. Oh, sick. Oh, my gosh. That was sick. That was great. That was handled beautifully. Now, this exact thing was mentioned in the release notes where when it needs to make multiple lane changes to make an upcoming turn, that it's been improved. And I would say that was beautifully improved. It even like adjusted itself within this lane to get perfect positioning. So beautiful job there by the car. That was awesome. All right, so we've got the green. And let's see how it handles this. It's going to go into another parking lot, and then we're pretty much going to wrap it up from there. Oh, keep going. Don't stop. Really slow. Okay, and a little boost to get through that intersection. I'm not sure what that was about. A lot for me to look at. I didn't see anything on the screen. This truck is turning right here. And we're just going to wait for it. There's nobody. We could have changed lanes. Now we cannot. All right, kind of a weird decision to wait for that, but whatever. I'll allow it. It's safe. That is fine. So this is not the correct entrance. The next one. Oh, you're not going in this one either. You're going to this one. Okay. That's strange. That's new. It's going to take us right to the door of Meijer. So again, this is another parking lot improvement. It's taking us right to the door. Very nice. Let's see if it can actually do it before I praise it too much. But this is actually a great route for it to take. It's not going to go through all the busyness and all the people and all the cars. It's going to go around and get us to the door. All right, stopping for stop sign way far back. And then are you going to move through it here? Okay, that was weird. Stopping for stop sign again. I'm going to give it a report there. Parking lot stop signs are not usually legally enforceable, so I'm going to be honest, I don't care that much, but it's a robot, and it's just looking at it, so obviously it did it wrong when it was supposed to do it right. So it brought us to the front door of Meijer. Very good. And then our last stop, and then I'm going to get home and edit this as fast as I can for you. So creeping forward, its navigation's complete, so it's just kind of wandering until it gets its next direction. Let's see if we can get out of here. 15 miles per hour again. That looks like maybe we got some new implementations for parking lots where you go 15 miles an hour. That would be beautiful. That's exactly what we need. So right now it's saying to turn right here. The nav is. So we're going to wait for this guy. Give us a peace sign. Very nice. Give the car a peace sign. That was appropriate. That was very polite and nice. Now let's see if the car can get out of here, though. Another pedestrian up ahead. That you're not highlighting in blue, but you are slowing for. That's interesting. So correct interaction, but didn't highlight in blue. So we're like going around this parking lot, pretty much. So she's going to walk in front of us. I did give her a little wave. She told me to go ahead, and I kind of waved, like, really weirdly. So, I don't know. She didn't need to walk in front of us anyway. But the car did handle it. It was definitely watching her. But I would not say any of those interactions were jumpy or wrong. I think that all those interactions were pretty much perfect. And it's going around the parking lot. You know what? I'm going to say we got some parking lot improvements here. I hate to throw stuff out there like that, but because people hear me say that and then I see it spread on the internet. They're like, oh my gosh, parking lots are improved. I'm like, I don't know if that's true, but it feels like they are because we went around we didn't go through everything, and 50 miles per hour feels really good. I mean, it's slow. I wouldn't drive this slow, but for the car, I like it. What is that? Oh, you're getting back on the highway? All right, I'm going to take over because I don't want it to go on the highway, but I'll let it get out of the parking lot. So we stop. Come on, go, go, go. Go, you did your stop. Don't creep forward. Report, because you're being dumb. All right, you made it, but that was super awkward. And I want to turn left here. Now, it says turn right only. I always turn left here anyway. We'll see if the car does it, and then I will, no, it says it's going to turn right. Okay, there's a car to the left we're going to wait for, even though we don't need to. No, don't turn left. Don't do it. All right, I took over. You were going to turn left when it was right turn only. Start reading signs, please. All right, we'll count that as an or a disengagement because it was going to do the wrong thing. And I wanted to go through this roundabout anyway, and then we'll probably call it. So let's see if 50-50 roundabouts are still a thing. So flying through, very nice. That's what I want. I want you to just get through this thing. There's nobody here. Just go. Beautiful. Love it. So we're 2 for 2 on roundabouts on this video. Awesome. All right, I think that's enough. I think that's enough testing. I'm going to do more. Make sure you hit like and subscribe because I'm going to have a lot more testing. I think here's the stats. I'll put them up there for you. It felt really good. We had 2 disengagements. One was a huge disengagement for, I think it was going to go through a red light, but it was a little iffy. It might have stopped there. And then that, I don't know. I don't really care about that left turn. See, we're getting past. Look at that. We're going the speed limit, y'all. That's the speed limit. But people around here just speed like crazy. Okay, hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you in the comments. And you will see me in Full Self-Driving Beta in the next video.